I'll now call to order the May 14th meeting of the Public Affairs Committee. And although I don't think I see him here, I do want to welcome the newest member of our administration, Tom Hoppert, who is the Director of Human Resources. So going on to item 1, receipt of the reports for April. I think we're going to get an oral report or highlights on the property maintenance for tonight. Although, yeah, okay, Mr. Brown. I know you've been super busy with the pools and other seasonal activities. So anything in particular you want to mention for us?
Yes, good evening, Commissioners. Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Commissioner Rappaport. Not particularly, I know, thank you for your understanding. This is our busiest season and we are in full throttle. But we, just a little bit about the pools. Conklin Pool, the main pool has been filled and it's been up and running for some time now. We've been getting a lot of residents coming by asking, can they take a dip? Glenside is, we've been getting a stretch of rain. So between Public Works and myself, we're scheduled, and the maintenance team, we're scheduled to paint the first day that we can, which is looking like early next week. Everything is already set to the side and ready to go. As soon as they start painting, it'll take about a day for the paint to dry, and then we'll start filling. And we'll get that pool up and running. So we've just been working on a lot of other things. I know Bill has something that he wants to talk about the pool, so I'll leave that to him. As far as the community centers, I'll just go and say that both of the community centers have been de-winterized and are ready to go whenever they're needed.
Do we have an opening yet for those, or is that in Mr. Salvatore's report?
I'll pass that off to.
Okay, we'll get to it. Okay, fair enough. Okay, thank you. All right. Well, we do have the benefit of a full report this month from our Parks and Rec director. So, Mr. Salvatore, meeting's yours.
Yeah, thank you, Commissioner. Before I begin talking about summer, any questions about what I submitted?
Just the pool registration sounds fabulous. The numbers look like they're really up. Yeah, so yes, they are up. Big kudos to Lauren for helping us with that. The ability to send mass emails from our software now is a big deal. That really helps. And I think, having 4 bodies out in the community helps as well. So we're out there kind of beating the hedges, so to speak, to get people to register, not just for pools, but for any program. Commissioner Arman, you have a question.
Yeah, actually more of a comment. Before Bill, wows us with his summer plans, I just want to send some kudos from myself and certainly from the neighborhood where I live. Bill and his team, Lauren, Bob Dominic, all put together a really great event last weekend in Grove Park in Glenside. It was fantastic. There were entire neighborhood was out playing games, connecting, and really, I mean, it was evidence of the township sort of finding residents where they live and really getting out in the neighborhood. And that is a testament to Bill and his whole team. In particular, his liaising with the various friends groups, Friends of Grove Park, but also I know he's doing it with other parks throughout the township. And those connections are really bearing a ton of fruit. And it is really a testament to the hard work of Bill and his team. I just want to thank him personally and on behalf of the neighborhood. So thank you.
Thank you.
Keep it up.
Yeah, we will. And before I talk about summer, Commissioner, just to respond to your question about the community centers. So Alan's team has them both up and running, so to speak. The water's turned on. We do have a permit group, Reach Cyber Charter School in Roland for about a 12-day span, doing PSSA testing. So pretty nice permit fee there. As far as other things, we will pretty much open them as we have programming, only due to staff capacity. So, Kelly's taken a number of permits for Lamont and Roland. We're doing our best to accommodate everyone, and sometimes it's, somebody take a half day on Friday and come in Sunday. It's just kind of where we're at right now. So, at some point we'll get, another part-timer maybe in, and we'll figure that all out. But in the meantime, we're doing everything we can and, stretching ourselves out there to make sure everything's covered.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So I think I should have the ability to share. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Hold on just a moment, Bill. Let me just give you
Can everybody see that?
Now, yes.
Now we can.
All right. All right. Summer preview. A lot going on this summer. So I want to make sure we share it ahead of time so everybody knows what's going on and can prepare properly. And I preface this all by saying I get to present it, but it is a total team effort. So please, see Sylvester, Kelly, Josh, Alan, his team, Bob and his team, please thank them as well. All right. Summer camp. Summer recess will be back. Traditional summer camp program. It takes place at Lamont every year. It is an 8-week camp experience. We do it in 2 4-week encampments. It starts June 30th and it runs all the way to August 22nd. We start daily at 9 o'clock and we run till 3 p.m. Like I said, typical camp experience, fun and games, trips to the pool, some guest appearances, doing presentations, different activities. Kind of the run-of-the-mill summer camp, what you'd expect anywhere you go, with some additional highlights. I will say that we did toy around with the idea of a before and after care program. We're just not quite there yet with staffing, but it's something to think about. Last year, knowing parents, it's not always easy just get a kid there at 9 and pick them up at 3. So it's on the radar for future summers for sure. First time ever, we're doing a summer sports camp. This will be a 9-week camp run over at Glenside Hall / Renninger Field. The idea is to do a different sport each week, to do some sort of weekly immersion in something different. So there'll be a soccer week, there'll be a basketball week, there'll be all kinds of fun things going on. The structure will be daily sports activities followed by lunch, and then more of a summer camp vibe in the afternoon, whether it be swimming at the Glenside pool or playing kickball on the field or something else. So we're really excited about that. A lot of good traction. 3 of the 9 weeks are filled already, which we're really happy about. No surprise here, Sylvester soccer week was the first to fill. So a lot of good stuff going on there. There's everything for sports camp, from swimming down to ultimate frisbee. Going to be a lot of fun this summer. So if you know kids who just want a light touch in a sport, send them to Rec Desk and have them pick up a week. Maybe they want to try pickleball. Maybe they want to try golf. Maybe they want to play esports. It's something for everyone. Or if you're one of those families that go down the shore for the bulk of the summer, but you're going to be home for 1 or 2 weeks, just send the kid to camp for 2 weeks. We'll take care of them. All right. Other summer programming. The fishing derby is scheduled for May 31st at Kleinheinz. A little bit of a different structure this year. We're partnering not just with the Rotary Club, but also with TTF to provide a Learn to Fish program at 8 a.m., followed by the fishing derby at 9. There is talk. This is not confirmed, so please, nobody yell at me yet. There is talk of TTF finding a prize-winning bass to give out a big cash prize if someone catches it, but that is not confirmed yet. So if you see Justin, ask him about it. This camp is a shared camp. It's a puppetry camp for 1 week at All Hallows Church. I was approached by the pastor and Al Tedesco to partner on this. So we're helping them with registration. and checking kids in. They're going to host the program. They have a really good relationship with the Puppet Society, I believe. We're going to teach kids how to create puppets and put on a show. So something a little bit different and interesting for sure. We'll keep pickleball going. We do have membership play as well as a league, both competitive, recreational, and we give lessons for those who need it. And then by popular demand, we are going to have a youth volleyball program this summer. A number of parents asked me to get something going for volleyball. I don't think there's much going on for youth volleyball until the kids get to 7th grade, if my understanding is correct. All right. Something we're very excited about. This is probably the proudest moment of this presentation, and I cannot thank Alan and his team and my team enough. If you look to the far left of this picture, the first arrow is what Glenside Hall's second floor looked like in February. And through a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, we converted it to a gaming lab. That's where the esports camp will take place. We will have open lab time for kids, teens, and adults. Much like pool memberships, you get a membership to the gaming lab. We'll have open hours where you can just come in and you can hop on a Nintendo, hop on a classic gaming system. The idea here is to expand this not just to gaming, but also have a multimedia hub in there, as well as a podcasting studio someday, as we lean into what we can do for kids to keep them busy when they're not playing sports or in school, something just new and unique. And what I would say here is this was relatively low cost, but it'll be very high impact because most of the work was done by our staff and Alan's staff. So really exciting. As we generate some revenue from this, we can talk about how to really advance it, but we're really excited about it. Pools, here we go. All right, swim lessons and swim team are back. We do swim lessons for all ages and levels, including adults. Adult swim lessons is a huge deal. We had a good turnout in the winter swim with lessons, and we'll do it again. Traditionally, swim lessons were only in the morning. We're going to expand to the evening as well because people do work and they come to the pool after work. So we'll provide the opportunity. And we are doing competitive swim every year. Conklin and Glenside have their teams. It's great. When Conklin faces Glenside, it's even greater. So I'll get that date to everybody, make you come out and see it. But this year, there's talk of an adult swim team league that Glynis Raish, who's our swim team coordinator, is helping to put together for us. So kids and adults alike can join a swim league, which is awesome. All right. Fun programming, a lot of repeat customers here, but worth sharing. Poolside yoga at Glenside on Sunday mornings. Poolside pickleball will be a brand new program at Conklin Saturday and Sunday mornings. Aqua Zumba, very popular last summer. We're bringing it back Thursdays at Conklin. Very proud of our Century Swim program that we're expanding it to 3 Saturdays at each pool. This will be an hour of nothing but quiet time for neurodiverse children and adults to be in the pool with little to no noise, splashing, all that. The handful of kids we had come out last year really enjoyed it. It's a nice, opportunity for, families of neurodiverse children or, family members to come out and enjoy it. And then, of course, Flick and Floats will be back. The dates are there for the 2 nights at each pool. Exciting pool announcements. We all talked about it, but Goat House Creamery is the exclusive concessionaire for the snack stands at the pools. Alan and his team are working diligently to get those snack stands where they need to be for the third point there, Memorial Day weekend. I think for the first time in a long time, maybe in township history, I don't know. Both pools will be slated to open on Memorial Day weekend. And again, I feel like I'm Alan's head cheerleader here, but I backed him into May 23rd to have both these pools ready. So I said, we're gonna get it there. And in the vein of sustainability, we are switching pool memberships to digital QR codes. So you get a QR code to put on your phone that can be scanned at the gate when you come in. No more pool tags that get thrown into the trash or to a landfill. No more printing barcodes and put them on plastic cards. we will do it all digitally to not only save us a little bit of time, but also save the environment as well. So very exciting. Concerts in the park. Hopefully you've seen the schedule, but there it is. Per the request of numerous commissioners, we are rotating them. So you'll see starting June 1st all the way till September, we will be at various parks throughout the township, partnering with friends groups or just doing it on our own. I won't read these all to you. We have plenty of flyers. If you need them, let me know. And it should all be on the calendar, I believe. I put this in here, fingers crossed that everything passes tonight after I'm done this presentation, but here
Shameless plug.
would be the tentative schedule for our
Just lobbying legal.
program. Is this considered tampering? I'm not sure. But you know, the 8-week pilot that we talked about, if it passes, then this is what it would look like in partnership with a number of groups, some with concerts, some with other events. We're excited about it. But we'll talk about that later. First time ever, similar to Fall Fest, we are going to do a summer kickoff party over at the Renninger Recreation Area. Truth be told, the original plan was Wall Park, but we can't fit enough vehicles over there as far as parking. So in talking to the chief, we came up with going over to Renninger because we have the library parking, we have McDevitt / Arcadius parking, and a bunch of neighborhood parking. So it'll be very similar to Fall Fest with the DJ and food trucks, games and activities, but instead of fireworks, we're bringing in a drone show. And you see a little sampling of what the drone company sent me. It'll be Cheltenham themed. It'll be really nice. It'll be a 13-minute drone show set to music, kind of hovering over the tennis courts, the basketball courts at Renninger. It'll be a really nice experience, and we won't have any firework remnants in anybody's yard, nor will we have any dogs barking and yelling at us. So really excited about making that change based on what we heard last year. And then finally, really, really cheap plug. Park and Rec Professional Day is Friday, July 18th. So if you see someone from our staff that day, make sure you give them a high five or a hug to thank them for all they do. And with that, I will stop sharing.
Absolutely fabulous.
Yeah. Thank you so much. The innovations there are tremendous. The teamwork, and yes, we heard the plugs for Alan Brown, and we are grateful. It's very obvious where the time is being spent and all the energies. Just fantastic programming. So thank you. Will you please, first of all, share your slideshow on our website, because there aren't as many people here as usual tonight. You know, summer months, we're not going to see as many. So, but on the website, I think that's a great place. And maybe we can even send out a mass email to include that, because I think otherwise people are not aware of the richness that you are that you're providing. So thank you.
I'll share with Lauren. Thank you.
Any questions, comments?
Yes.
Other than thank you. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I do. And I think it's important too, especially to share the information about the concerts in the park, because for so many years, it's just been at that one location. And I'm happy with the changes, but we have to let the residents know that the changes. And Bill, I have one question. The gaming lab in Glenside, what are the hours that that's going to be open?
That's to be determined. I have to sit down with Josh to see what our summer hours are going to be. You know, like I said, staff capacity isn't where I would like it to be. So we'll be very creative with how we do it. I just want to make sure that, you know, before I announce any hours, we have coverage.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Well, it's also tremendous to see the use of our facilities rather than lying fallow and frankly being demolished by neglect. You're really putting those, you know, you're giving renewed life to our township and to our facilities, and I appreciate that. So, wow, okay. And also as part of the reports from April, public information. And again, Lauren Walter, please, thank you for your report and any highlights that you want to talk to specifically.
Thank you, Commissioner. I did want to highlight where we are on the branding project, and the internal branding team had 3 rounds of proposed brand identity, including the typography, the color scheme, and logo graphics from Bellwether Agency. A lot of good conversation took place resulting from this process, and we did nail down some concepts that we really enjoyed and some pieces of it that we're going to see forward through the project. However, after that 3rd round, it was determined that this wasn't the best partnership to see the project through to its finish line. So we did terminate that contract mutually, and there is a request for proposals live right now on OpenGov. So it's in that portal, available if any of you are aware of a professional graphic designer. We are looking for the logo design portion. That's really the piece that we have left of this puzzle. And then we'll be able to work on some additional concepts and bring them forth for full board to weigh in and take a vote on it. And the goal of this project, again, was to unify Cheltenham's many departments and even committees under one professional look, especially as we're trying to draw more attention to our great community next year with America 250 and all of the celebrations that Bill is working hard to spearhead and put together with our team here. So that's my update. And then if any of you had any questions on that or the rest of my report.
Thank you very much. Colleagues, any thoughts, questions? Thank you so much for being on top of all of that and for the work involved, because it can't have been easy. That's a lot of.
I think I will add one more thing, just realizing how the timing of the meetings adds up, and let everyone know that the calendars will be forthcoming. They may be a little bit later in June this year, but don't worry, your calendars go from July through July, and I'm working hard to get that done for you.
So I don't know where the time is coming from, but we do appreciate that and look forward to it. So thank you. If there's no other comments, just a huge thank you again to all of you. And I'll move to receive all those reports. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you. Moving on to item 2 for public affairs, receipt of the various committee meeting minutes, the Historical Commission, the Economic Development Task Force meeting, and the Civil Rights Task Force. So take them one by one. Any comments on the Historical Commission? They just had a program this past week on historical preservation. So they're doing a lot of good stuff. Just attendance could have been better, but anyway, you know that they're a great resource. The Economic Development Task Force talked again about the parking issue, particularly the concern that the businesses are parking out, especially in Glenside. The employees are parking in front of the businesses, which kind of makes it hard for other folks to park. We're trying to find solutions, but we've been talking about this for a couple of years now, and we're not there yet. So I think we really need to start thinking creatively. I know the zoning office is trying to make it so that parking is more available, so that at least it's not in the zoning requirements as many limiting factors, but if anybody has some thoughts on how we can open up those parkings in an affordable way so that we are attracting not only cars, but people to get out of their cars and walk in our commercial districts. I know I spoke with some members of the task force. We talked about working with SEPTA perhaps to have special promotions between the Glenside Station and Elkins Park, and even Melrose, to try to get folks from one commercial area in Cheltenham to the other commercial area. And then we can have all kinds of interesting incentives and promotions that would go back and forth to highlight those areas. So anyway, please, they're begging for some solutions on this. And we'll go on to the Civil Rights Task Force meeting and announce with pride the Pride flag raising ceremony that will take place on the 31st of this month at 2:00 in the afternoon at the Township Building around the flagpole. But let me ask if Commissioners Brockington or Chirico, who actually really have been putting this together, would like to mention anything further on that.
I'm going to defer to Commissioner Chirico because he really took the lead in this. So I'm going to step back with pride.
Thank you. And I was just washing some dishes while you were talking, Anne, and I missed part of what the question was. Listen, I'm getting ready for vacation, so I got to multitask right now.
So if you want to put in your own plug for the Pride flag raising.
Oh, sure. Sure. So, we're happy to say for the first time, we're going to kind of officially acknowledge Pride Month on May 31st. We had put pride flags, hung pride flags next to the Township Building in years past, but we haven't done an actual ceremony to acknowledge the Pride Month. So that's this year on May 31st, which is a Saturday at 2 p.m. We'll have a short ceremony, probably less than 30 minutes, most likely kind of somewhere around 15-20 minutes, with a few speakers, a poet, and some music, and just acknowledging the people in our community who have different backgrounds, different sexual orientations, gender identities, and expressions. So that's what we're doing, and I'm excited by the response and hope to see all of you there.
Great. Thank you very much. Okay, any other comments on the various committee meeting minutes? Okay, move receipt. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Okay, how about the staff meeting minutes? Anybody want to make a comment on those? Question? Anybody want to make that motion to receive?
So moved.
Okay, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any old business for public affairs? I actually have a couple. Sorry to be doing all the talking. For those of you who don't know, the update for the SPS fire site on Highland, Rice's Mill Road, they've announced, and I spoke with communications person. This coming week, they're finishing up the reclamation phase, starting the demolition phase. I asked, what are you demolishing? He said, everything. And he tried to assure me that though the permits are in place, the wastewater will only leave the site under controlled containment. The perimeter monitors will continue. And they're bringing in actually an outside company that does a lot of these demolitions to use best practices. So that's that update. Another piece of old business, and this is just, I'm throwing it out to be considered. It used to be that the twinning committee had a lottery, some kind of, if you remember, and it was a good fundraiser. Now, I don't know that the twinning committee is very active. I'm not even sure they're continuing that lottery process. About 10 years ago, I asked about it and was told you're only allowed one lottery per township, something like that, per public entity. So my question is, would it be appropriate for the township or some other department or committee to take that over and really bring it to scale as an alternative fundraising for perhaps some relevant purpose that is designated either to to something like Parks and Rec or some other broader. So I don't know if anybody can answer that now, but it's for discussion later.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we'll look into the legal ramifications before we make any commentary on how it could be used.
Fair enough.
But I
Okay.
can say that we are revitalizing the twinning committee. I actually have a call with the folks from Cheltenham, England coming up. So
Okay,
once we get that back off the ground, I will keep you posted.
great. Okay, thanks very much. That answers all of those questions. Anybody else for old business? New business for public affairs. Consider recommending the Board of Commissioners present a proclamation recognizing June as Pride Month at the May 21st, 2025 Board of Commissioners meeting. And I so move. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor of recommending, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. B, consider recommending the Board of Commissioners award the 2025 Park Beer Garden concessionaire contract to Wolfstone Brewing LLC pending satisfactory review by staff. So Mr. Salvatore, are we bringing you back on that?
Sure. I think the only thing to note there is Wolfstone is the parent company for the Waves. Yeah. So to stay consistent with their business license, that's why it's listed that way in the memo and in the documentation.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Sigmundfeld, go ahead.
I've been quiet for too long. People are wondering if I'm awake. Bill, question: is Wolfstone permitted to have beer gardens in events, maybe additional events other than the event that you cited? Because, for instance, High School Park may consider doing additional events on premise and that kind of thing. And I'm wondering if there would be permission or exception that would need to be granted in this agreement.
Yeah, it's a good question, Commissioner. When I pitched this idea a few months back and you voted on it to issue the RFP, we did, say that we would do 8 pilot dates just to test it out. I'm not against additional. I do have a little bit of concern, around, the legality of it, only because the RFP and the contract sits in our name and not in a friends group's name. So they might have to contract separately with them. But that's something we can maybe talk to the solicitor about.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, Commissioner Arman, go ahead.
Thank you, Commissioner Rappaport. Just to add to Mr. Salvatore's shameless plug from before, in the event that happened this past weekend, there is just a hunger in the community for more of these events, and this, or a thirst, I should say, perhaps. And there was talk of this vote tonight, and the community is just really excited about all these various opportunities. And so I am supportive, and I hope everybody else is, because we're definitely giving our residents what they're looking for in these various types of events. So that's all I had to say. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. All right, well, I'll go ahead and move the recommendation of those park, beer garden, concessionaire contracts and all to next week. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. And thank them for coming forward. Any other new business for public affairs? I have a full agenda tonight because I have one. I was planning tonight to mention a couple of names for recognition, volunteers who have done a lot for our township, and it's typical to make those recommendations now and then. We all do it. But I was going on with this list, and it just kept getting bigger and bigger. And it's a fun problem to have, but I came up with a solution that I'd like to propose, which is for the township later on, probably after the summer break. Well, it's not our break, but many people are gone over the summer. It's time that we hold a major volunteer recognition celebration. And I propose that it takes place after, one of the legislative meetings in Curtis Hall. We ask Jeffrey Miller Catering to cater up some nice desserts and maybe an interesting beverage, and really thank the community and all of our advisory groups and our volunteer firefighters. And, the list goes on, the friends groups, the park friends, the library friends. We've got a really active community. We appreciated it. It's time we let them know about it. I think we could probably get a sponsor or several sponsors for it. But I'd like for this group to entertain that as a motion. Yeah, go ahead.
Commissioner Rappaport, I think it's an excellent idea. As a matter of fact, the Friends of the Elkins Park Library are doing something for their volunteers. They're going to be doing at the Elkins Park Library. We absolutely should be recognizing our volunteers. And as you said, and I've often said, we have so many in the township. We have a really engaged community, a lot of smart, active residents, and those who are volunteering, whether it's citizens committees or other things, we should thank them. So my only slight amendment to what you were suggesting is rather than penalizing them and making them sit through one of our meetings, I think we ought to have it at Curtis Hall before our legislative session. So perhaps from 5 to 7 or 5:30 to 7:30 or something like that.
It should be on a Friday or a Saturday or an evening. I mean, I don't know if people will come out during the week. Bill, I want to say something to you, Bill. Would Glenside Hall,
Friday and Saturday could be problematic too.
Could Glenside Hall be somewhere that we can hold an event like that at Glenside?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Can we make that the 9th pilot for Wolfstone?
Glenside Hall's the after party.
Oh, that's the post prom. That's the post prom. Okay,
right. So Commissioner Rappaport makes a really excellent point and a great idea. It's just needed, right? I mean, we haven't done it in a while, but it just sounds so right, and we should be doing it. So thank you for that, Commissioner Rappaport. In terms of a specific day or a specific time, let's ask Manager Elliott to work with Bill or whoever to come up with some suggestions, and and we could go from there. But certainly you have Commissioner Rappaport, seemingly the support of the board, without question.
Absolutely.
All right, so we don't actually need to vote on that. We've made that directive. All right, thank you, everybody. Any other new business for public affairs? Citizens forum, if there are any citizens around.
Outstanding
forum
citizens.
I'm sorry?
We have outstanding citizens.
Oh, we do. The question is if they want to speak. Okay. Just a quick announcement. Tomorrow night from 6 to 8 is the garden party at Curtis Arboretum. It should be great. We've got you covered even if it rains. So come out and enjoy the festivities and support Curtis Arboretum. I'll call for adjournment of public affairs and stay tuned for finance. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.